starting the day with a nice subway ride. Hopefully we don't get lost.
You can see
7.
which
Yeah.
one Chateau which one is our Chateau 6.
So, from the opera we need this that shows the pyramid as the first site to go to Sainte Chapelle, because there's another one right here that way, which is the opposite way, so we need to go that way. Paris has the 4th oldest metro system in Europe, and what makes it hard to navigate is not the direction instructions, it's that it has little tiny hidden tunnels everywhere. I survived my first subway ride. You'll notice that there are a lot of Egyptian stuff in Paris. It's because Napoleon campaigned in Egypt and he was very fascinated about the Egyptian culture. We're heading to Sainte Chapelle, which is on the island, but Notre Dame is. And you need to buy a ticket there. This is a prison. This is where we're going, Sainte Chapelle. Nice. Our tickets are for 9 a.m. We still have 30 minutes, but because we took the metro, we wanted to give us some extra time in case we get lost, which we did a little, but not too bad. Not as bad as in Japan. Entrée du public. It's pretty easy to understand. Enter for the public. That way. And this is how much we paid for 2 people for a 2-day pass for the metro, zone 1 to 5, and you can go to Versailles with it. This is what it looks like, and it's also good for buses. Yeah. There are time slots here. There's like a 3rd one somewhere. So this is the entrance. They scanned our tickets right here. And before entering, we went through metal detectors. The tickets for Sainte Chapelle is 19 euros per person, and you have to come here in the morning because the sunlight hits the glass and it just lights up. This chapel was built in the mid-13th century by King Louis IX as his personal royal chapel, and the purpose for it was to house precious Christian relics, and it was built in only 7 years, which is insanely fast for that time. The chapel contains 15 huge stained glass windows with over 1,100 biblical scenes painted from Genesis to the Revolution, and every single painting is different. They are beautiful, and there's just no time in the world to look at every single one. During the French Revolution, many relics were removed or destroyed, and parts of the stained glass was damaged, but thankfully it was restored in the 19th century. It was also housing the thorn crown, which was later moved to Notre Dame, the crown of thorn, which believed to be worn by Jesus Christ. And this is pretty much it for Sainte Chapelle. And then you go outside to the balcony and then you see this. It is beautiful. If you take a closer look, there's so many details on it, like carved into the stone, and there's even dragons. Yes, dragons. Like, why are there dragons? This, I don't know. I believe in dragons. I think they existed once. So it had to be there. If someone saw it, they could not just make it up out of imagination. Look what I just noticed. This is hell. There's a pit fire. There's a centurion. Some people in there. Human soup. Some demons. Some suffering heads. It looks like kings suffering. So that's hell right there. At the souvenir shop, there's a €0 for Sainte Chapelle. That was beautiful. Now have 4 hours to our Louvre ticket reservations, so we're gonna go to La Dury. Another subway ride. We're in Chapelle, and this is where the big shops are, and Louis store is right there. Yeah, we're gonna go to La Dury. And this is the Louis box. I did not go inside. I have no business going inside, but it's only in the front. There's a McDonald's here, and it has a patio. I've been influenced by Monaco schoolgirls to get a Longchamp bag because that's what they wear to school, and it looks so convenient. We're going to La Dury, and they have ice cream too. Nice. They also have an all-you-can-eat brunch that's like 140 euros per person. You can get La Dury macarons all over France, but this place also have desserts, which is why I came here for. Now, I think for something like La Dury, the prices were reasonable. I don't understand how some people expect to go to luxury. This is luxury, a luxury place like this, and complain about the prices being too high. You get what you pay for because the desserts are phenomenal and they are amazing. It's an image, it's a luxury you pay for. So pretty here, and there's barely any people. I tried the hot chocolate because I didn't have time to go to the other popular hot chocolate locations. So I tried the hot chocolate. It was kind of mediocre. I'm very judgy when it comes to hot chocolate. For me, this was a little bit too powdery, but we got one of these. I forgot what it's called, but it's like the rose, raspberry, and lychee macaron cake. Phenomenal. And this is a flan. It was so creamy, so delicious, so big, such a big slice. And we also got a little macaron tray, 2 of each. The Marie Antoinette on top, salted caramel, and raspberry. And the total was 77 euros. Yes, it's a lot, but you're at La Dury. Expect to pay a big amounts. The macarons were not necessary, but like if you go to La Dury, you have to get macarons or at least one, and they have so many more desserts down there. And for a low price of 750 euros, you can get a whole box. I think this is great for a wedding present. Doing the Louvre today. There's a time slot line, and it's not too bad. The tickets are 66 euros per person. You choose your day and time slot, yes. It's closed on Tuesday, and every day it's open until 6 p.m. except Wednesday and Friday when it's open until 9 p.m. This is insane. It's like people lose all common sense here. So back in the day, there was just a family who lived here at the Louvre, and I'm wondering that sometimes they didn't even see each other for weeks because this place is so huge. It takes hours to walk through, and if they had any guests come over who didn't know the layout, they probably passed away of starvation somewhere in the corner and got lost. I would. We're heading towards the Egyptian area. So this is the medieval part. The guy said that the Egyptian stuff is this way, but these are the old ruins of the Louvre. But I do see that they put ACs up here. Oh, you can see. So there's ACs here. AC is not in every room. It's only in the rooms that need it for whatever they have in there for the specific stuff. There's the Egyptian. We came here on a Wednesday when it's open until 9 p.m. and our slot time was for 2 p.m. thinking that would be enough time. By the way, this is a piece from Babylon, such a big part of history. It's beautiful. I loved it. There's so much here, and even with our time slot from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m., it was not enough time. It was not enough time. And this is like the script from that time period. I am just so glad I was not born in the Babylon time, because reading this, I would not be able to, and I would not do well in life. I'm gonna be making a separate video walking through it and showing almost everything, because we did not have time to see everything. Even one floor closed at 6 p.m. so we were basically like kicked out of it. So just know that some floors, the less popular floors, they could close earlier. Yeah, we did not have time to see everything. So now that I've been there, now that I've known, if there is something specific you want to see, go there first. There are multiple levels, and it is so big. No, it's bigger than you think. You think the Colosseum in Rome is big. This is so much bigger. And look how beautiful this night suit is and all the details on it. That's insane. Like, how did they get it on? That is so beautiful. There's also a helmet. There's so many things. People believe that the pyramid has 666 glass panels, but it actually has 673 glass panels. And the museum was renamed by Napoleon once, and he called it Museum of Napoleon, and he hung the portrait of Mona Lisa in his bedroom, which is where we are right now. This is Napoleon's apartment. It gets a little piece of the whole floor, and I was really excited to see it just because the color change is so different here compared to the rest of the museum or the rest of the furniture that you can find in this museum. The Louvre is so big that someone calculated that it would take 30 seconds to see each piece. If you take 30 seconds to see each piece, it will take you 3 months to see everything. It's so big that we didn't even get to see this area of the museum. I just saw it from above, from like a glass window. And here's a little map of where you can find everything. So the most popular pieces, they show a picture and tell you where it's located. There are elevators and there's plenty of restrooms, so you don't have to worry about that. There's also a cafe. You know what? If you're gonna spend hours here, make sure you eat in advance. That is something I didn't do, and halfway through I was starving, but we were so far from the cafe and had to see as much as we could because really the 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. slot was not enough. Like I just told you, it will take 3 months to see everything if you spent only 30 seconds looking at things. And we're just in like the apartments furniture area. We haven't even got to the painting. There was so much to see. I had to skip a lot of them, so definitely plan ahead. Also, you can buy a year membership for 80 euros. You can visit for a whole year as many times as you want, and it's almost the same as a day price. If you're lost and you're looking for the Mona Lisa, look for the signs. If I lived in Paris, I would totally buy the year pass because I loved it. I loved it here. There's also some crowns, and look at this one, so pretty. I wonder how much it's worth. I'm sure I can find out online, but I personally loved it. It was such a chill vibe. And look, there's our homegirl, the Mona Lisa, and then across from it is the biggest painting at the museum. Look at this chihuahua on the table. You will not catch me standing skin to skin with people to see a painting that's not done. Another day, I also went to Versailles, and between the two, I like the Louvre way better. I feel like Versailles was way too much about Napoleon. It was just every room I went to, it's Napoleon this, Napoleon that. And here, there's just so much more culture. I love Louvre. Between the two, this one definitely wins better. No wonder between 7 to 10 million people visit this museum each year. Prices for food, $11 for like a bacon cheddar.
Cheaper than outside.
Yeah. When you come out of the museum, there's a whole shopping mall down here. It started raining, and Hippopotamus, the steakhouse, was the closest steak. I wanted to try the steak and fries. It was the closest to our hotel, literally like across the street. And boy, am I so happy I went in there. It's a chain restaurant, mix of American and French. So on the menu it shows like which is American, which is French. Oh my God. Oh my God. We ate here next day again, and I was starving. I could have made my dish look better, but like words cannot describe how amazing this was. The meat was so tender. It was like a filet mignon texture. The European meats, they just taste different. This is like a deconstructed burger without a bun. So amazing with bacon, egg, and cheese on top. I'm pretty sure the steak I'm eating is not the best cut meat, but the texture, it feels like a very, very expensive cut meat in America. It's so buttery, smooth. It's almost like eating a marshmallow. Not chewy at all. And because I had Invisalign, my teeth moved, so it's hard to chew, but this is good to chew. So the softness.
And it has a beef taste.
Yeah, it's like a different flavor.
Yeah, different flavor.
The sauce is amazing, but the steak is like It's good. It could use a little more seasoning, but the sauce is delicious. And there's also like capers. It's like a very peppery sauce with capers in it. I'm gonna have to learn that. Peppery sauce with capers. So good. But the quality of the meat is amazing. And I'm pretty sure it's not an expensive cut of meat. I swear I did not lick the plate clean. I used the potatoes, but you can tell.
Рекомендую. Мы завтра сюда придем опять. Это, знаете, если я иду в тот же ресторан на следующий день, это очень много.
That was it for today. I cannot wait to come back to Hippopotamus on my next Paris trip.